Hi everyone, Crafting Vicky here with you, and today I'm sharing with you the making of a little card that I did for Art by Myran, and it's using the great image called Willow. And I thought, since now I have this my iPod set up in my little crafting space in my laundry room, I could share with you my process of making a card. So here you see me going through a paper pad by Bo Bunny called Ambrosia, and that's how I figure out which paper I should use for my little image. I pre-colored her with my Copics. So I'm using a little card base that I made out of 12 by 12 beige paper cardstock, and I cut it out in half and then I fold it, and it makes a 6 by 6 card. And then as you saw, I used some lining, some purple one, and then I decide how much I want to cut the designer paper. And in this case, I thought I was gonna put her on a little cardstock, but then it didn't look as good, so I decided not to. And I wanted to add extra layers, so I'm using this purple little cardstock into a little border. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm cutting it down the size that I wanted, and then I decided that she would be very cute on this with this little ribbon, but it would be better if there was a little border on this. So I decided to make a little border with my Martha Stewart border punch. So that's what you see me doing here. And I'm sorry, my ponytail is getting into the way of the video camera as I'm bending down to press on that little punch. So that's what I'm doing with the little ribbon. And then I've got the little sentiment, and here I'm making a little bow with my Bow Easy tool. I just love that tool. It's perfect for making a bow and making sure that it's just the right way. And you've got different sizes on it, so you really can play with it. So then I fiddle with the bow and just cut the tails. And then with the sentiment, I wanted to put some distress ink all around the edges, just to make it not so white and more interesting. So that's what I'm doing here. And then comes the process of gluing everything. So I use my ATC, I think that's what it's called, glue gun, and I just go around it. And if there's a little, because it's a 12 by 12 paper, but sometimes the paper is not quite aligned or my cut wasn't quite good, I just snip around the edge just to make sure that there's no more beige cardstock showing. So then I glue out all the parts. And then as I was going to glue this down, I'm thinking that it's needing something else. There's something missing. So I'm going through my scraps, and I cut out a bunch of pieces from this video because I didn't want you guys to be totally bored with the process of choosing which one it was going to be. It took me a long time. So that's finally I decided that this was the one I really wanted. So then I took the measures and cut it down to size. I love that little guillotine. It's from Creative Memories. I've had it for forever, and it's one of the tools that I could not live without, I think. So now that I'm happy with it, I'm just gluing everything down. And it seems like a very easy process, but it takes quite a long time. I figured that with the coloring of the image and the choosing of the paper and everything around, it takes me about an hour to an hour and a half per card to make. So this video is about 5 minutes, but the process is much longer. And here I'm choosing where I should put the sentiment, because I thought I was going to put a flower with it, but in the end I'm not convinced that I like the idea of a flower, so I decided against it and just went with the sentiment. To fix the bow, I put some Suquan tape. It's a double-sided tape. It's very strong and pretty awesome. And then I put some bling from Queen & Co. They're purple one, and I chose the big ones out of that pack. And I put them in the corner to really finish off the card. So that's it, guys. That's my card, and I'm hoping that you like this process. It's the first time I share with you making of a card. I'm not sure if it's something that you are interested in, or if it's something that you're not really interested in. Since you're good at this, just let me know. Anyway, hope you like this, and keep on crafting. Please like my video if you like it, and don't forget to leave me comments. Bye!